Good evening, guys, and happy Thursday. I think today's Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I've been so thrown off because over the last, how many days has that been? Last 3 days, I have been photo organizing like non-stop and crazy. And guys, honestly, I think I'm pretty tired. It's almost midnight. I need to take a shower and get to bed. I was up early this morning. Actually, I think I woke up at like 8:30. And so yeah, I need to get to bed. I am tired now. I didn't go to bed all super late last night, but like by the time 9 o'clock hit, I was like, I'm so tired, I'm ready for bed. And then it turned into where I was like, oh, you know, like I was just kind of laying around like watching TV, YouTube and stuff like that. And then I was like, you know what, I should probably actually get up and go to bed because you know, go take a shower, because I was like, because I'm not gonna fall asleep just sitting here. And I need to because I'm tired. I actually thought I would show you guys because a good portion of our Christmas stuff has been put up, I think, for the most part inside. Other than decorating the Christmas tree, I don't know. I think honestly we still have some boxes of Christmas stuff in the attic. But like a lot of it has been sort of, you know, already, you know, put up and everything like that. So since I don't have a lot to share with you guys today, I thought I'd just kind of share with you guys some of that. And you know, I ended up today though, I spent pretty much my entire day editing because I realized I was like almost, I think, a week behind with or 2 weeks behind with the vlogs. And so I edited 4 vlogs today, and I can get those hopefully uploaded tomorrow. The one thing I wanted to get to today was make my grocery list, and I didn't end up doing that. So I will try and make it tomorrow and see if we can go, and if not, because my dad was like wanting to go to, I was gonna say Borders, that's closed. He wants to go to Barnes and Noble, and he was gonna go with my mom, but she was actually sleeping. And so like to get St. Nicholas gifts. And so he was gonna go today because he couldn't go yesterday. Well, he wanted to go yesterday. He was working, I don't know, sort of late, or maybe he had something going on or something like that. And so he wasn't actually, he didn't come home until I think like around like maybe 4 o'clock or something like that. So he asked my mom like, oh, can we go tomorrow? And then she was sleeping today because she wasn't feeling that great, and she was also up really early this morning. So she took like a nap and then was up for a while and then went back to sleep. So she actually went to bed earlier than I did. But he wanted to go there, and so I'm wondering if I can just be like, well, why don't you just go like tomorrow, you know, there, and then we can just do all of the grocery stores on Saturday. Because I don't know that there's going to be that much. Like I already kind of skimmed over Jewel, and it didn't look like that was that much. And like Valley Produce and stuff like that. So I haven't seen Caputo's yet because I don't get that delivered anymore, but it didn't seem like it was all of that much. So anyways though, I'll share with you guys some of the stuff. My dad did end up running out to Target though, and actually got more Christmas lights because we needed more Christmas lights for outside because we're not done with that decorating. So yeah, I'll kind of show you guys. Maybe I'll do a little bit more of a fun, pretty sort of like video to share with you guys, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys sort of how we have some of this stuff set up right now. One of the things we have on the kitchen table now that is updated from probably what I showed you guys recently was this thing, actually, because my mom just got this like tiered sort of thing, and my dad just put it together. I don't remember what day it was. One day when I was sitting out in the living room organizing all those pictures. any time in the last like 3 days. She got it one day, and then my dad didn't put it together until not yesterday, maybe it was the day before that. And so yeah, but we got this, and so my mom wanted to do it sort of as like a little vintage, you know, mix of Christmas stuff, but then also to like a little like these are little peppermint spoons for like hot chocolate, so sort of like a little like hot chocolates mix sort of thing, and it's got little, you know, Christmas sort of, you know, mugs and everything like that on there as well. And the I think this is all just coffee because we don't actually have any K-cups that have hot chocolate in them, but I could have just gotten some regular like hot chocolate packets out of the pantry for my mom. And then we've got little like Christmas coasters too. And my mom originally wanted this on the coffee bar, but the color scheme sort of didn't match because she went with this sort of, you know, red and white sort of, you know, I guess there's a little green mixed in there too in some parts. But we have some of these vintage little, actually my mom dropped him and we found him. Honestly guys, we have a salt and pepper shaker, and I'm pretty sure that we still had, I don't know, he's got 3 holes in the top of his head. One, I think if it has 2 holes it's one kind, if it has 3 holes it's the other, like salt or pepper or whatever. That's how you can tell a salt and pepper shakers apart, is if they have 2 or 3 holes in them. Or apparently that's what I've been told. But we found him actually behind the oven when we cleaned out it, you know, when we got the new oven this year. And so over the spring or summer, whenever we got that. And I was convinced that we had the other one. And we never could find, you know, the partner. And I think this is the one that was behind there. But my mom actually dropped him. And so he's got a little, like, you know, he got his head sewn back on. Got glued back on. Sort of just his hat, I guess. But that's probably pretty old. And then the same with this too. Like this I think was my great grandma's little like, I don't know what she really is. She's kind of got a thing to store things back there. You know, I don't know if that was like candy or what you put in there. I mean, maybe you could put like the candy canes and stuff like that. But I'm trying to think like back in, you know, like I said, maybe it's from the 50s or something like that. Like what would that have been used for? So yeah, my mom kind of went with this little vintage sort of theme, little hot cocoa sort of tiered thing as well. And then she got a runner on the table. I think we have an actual Christmas, what's that called? A Christmas, you know, tablecloth too, but for right now she just went ahead and put the runner on there. So then I think I showed you guys, maybe, I don't know how much of this we had finished, but we did this sort of stuff in the doorway, which is a little hard to see in here because I don't actually have any lights turned on. That doesn't make it all of that much better. I guess I should have turned the kitchen light on. But this actually has all of the names, like everybody's name, and mistletoe up there too. But everybody's name on a little family thing that my mom ended up making. So there's mine. And so yeah, I guess Jack's got turned around. I think this is Jack's, yeah. Somebody probably bumped into it. So yeah, there's all of that we have there, and then that's not lit or anything. We have got this stuff all lit. I showed you guys sort of that. I think when my mom did it because she wanted to match these bows. I think honestly she still has extra bows because I thought she said she got 8. And right here there's 2 up there, and then 2 there, so that's 6. But then I thought she said she got something like 12 too, so I think she has extras. I told you guys we were planning on maybe doing that bow thing on the cabinet doors in the living or in the kitchen. We also ended up putting this back up too, just you know, sort of because it adds to a nice little backdrop for this coffee bar area as well. But my mom ended up going with sort of a silver theme over here for all of this stuff, which I think I showed you guys. She did that 1 year over there, which we still have these boxes here, so nobody has taken. I think honestly too, they're kind of falling apart. That one looks like it is. I feel like that one should probably go. My dad has been wanting to get rid of the actual boxes that we have and put everything in like plastic totes, because over time, you know, cardboard just, it doesn't hold up, you know, very well. You know, especially if stuff winds up happening, you know, the box like it's sitting here pretty much empty right now and somebody's banging into it, or, you know, kicks it, steps on it or something like that, and then, you know, it's just cardboard, so there's not a lot of, you know, there's a lot of damage that it can take there. But anyways, my dad has been wanting to replace all of that stuff with the like plastic totes. And we did get maybe one, I think last week at Menards or 2 weeks ago or something like that. And so he's wanting to like get one maybe once a week until, you know, kind of Christmas is over, so that we will hopefully have enough to replace the like a tote or 2 maybe once a week, so that we can replace all of the cardboard boxes that we have too. And then also when you have a box, other than like maybe for like a wreath or something like that that is really big, you try and load a giant box up like this, unless it's filled with like lighter stuff, they're stinking heavy, and nobody wants to stinking carry that box down the stairs when it's filled with like all heavy stuff in it. So yeah, that was the plan for this year, I guess, is to get rid of all of our cardboard boxes and go with plastic totes. But like I said, last year I think my mom went with this sort of, you guys might sort of recognize it from maybe last year, sort of the silver and white sort of theme as well, and it kind of goes up there too, just sort of in this like little, sort of like in Chicago when we were down there, how they sort of decorate like this section of the windows and stuff like that. Like that's sort of it. It kind of looks like it's framed out, and then this is like, you know, the silver themed window. So there's that. We still do not have any ornaments up on the Christmas tree. We were talking about it too. Ended up getting those boxes of all this stuff out of here from, you know, like I said, the picture organizing yesterday and the last 2 days before that. And so now that that's gone, my mom was like, oh, we can decorate the Christmas tree, you know, or my dad asked or something like that. And then my mom was like, well, you know, she's like, I don't know, maybe we'll do it sometime over this weekend. And I was like, why don't we just wait until, like, not this weekend, but next weekend? I think next Saturday, Matthew's supposed to come home. I was like, why don't we just wait till then and decorate the tree with him at least, you know, so it's kind of like we all do it together. And I was like, at least the tree's still up. You know, when we have the windows open and the tree is lit, it looks, you know, you can't tell that there's no ornaments on there. I was like, it looks kind of bare, but, you know, there's plenty of decorations around it right now. Like, kind of, you know, it's our tradition to always decorate the tree together. And, you know, like I said, we kind of didn't have, well, we had an opportunity, but it just didn't end up working out over last weekend when Matthew was here, so we were like, let's just do it. The main actually goal of everything that we ended up doing was just, let's just decorate the tree the day after Christmas, or the day after Thanksgiving. That was our only goal. My mom wasn't going to do any other decorating or anything like that, but it took us forever to find the box of actual ornaments. And so once we finally were able to, it was like, you know, I think it was like super late on Friday or something like that. And we were like, oh, we'll do it on Saturday. That didn't end up working out. And then Sunday, Matthew had to go home early, and so earlier, I guess, like we were gonna do it in the afternoon, and I'm sure that furnace noise is very loud. But anyway, so we might just wait until then anyway, but you think I showed you guys to the over here that we have all decorated as well. And so and my mom did a little, you know, this thing over here, and I believe this is our ornaments kind of mixed in here and stuff like that. So we have all of that stuff. We've got the dog beds are on the floor as well, so they can sit in front of the fire. And I told you guys too, I told you guys that we had a Bing Crosby record, which is actually, like, this was my great-great-grandparents' record, I believe. Well, it's records, plural. But I found out that all of them are broken except for 2, and only one of them is actually a Bing Crosby record that actually belongs in the set. I think it came with like 4 or 6 records or something like that. We only actually have one that is from that original set, and so yeah. But I told you guys, I was like, I know we have it somewhere. We dug it out. It was actually sitting for like years. It has been sitting in, there's a little tote, a little box that's back there, like a little decorative box, and I think it was in that. And then I told my mom, I was like, you have to figure out some way to add that to like your decorating and stuff like that. But it's blue, and we have no decorating blue things anywhere. We've got a little red section over here, like I said, the silver section, the stuff on the table, everything's kind of color categorized. So I think my mom might have just thrown that under there, or maybe we're gonna put it somewhere else or something, I don't know. But we have some decorations like up, you know, kind of around in here and stuff like that a little bit. But like I said, I might probably do something that's a little bit more, you know, like fun and entertaining to share with you guys. Maybe the day we decorate the tree or something like that. I thought I would just kind of share with you guys a little bit of how everything is sort of looking and all that kind of stuff. And then too, my dad got the lights hung up on the garage, but and he has lights on one of the bushes, and now he has enough lights because he went to Target, like I said, to do one of the other parts, but he didn't wind up getting the lights to do the big bush. So right now all we actually have lit is just the garage, and I was like, this probably looks really dumb because we have no other lights on anywhere else, or no decorations or anything outside other than just the garage has icicle lights on it, and then we have no lights anywhere else. And so we have the lights in the front yard, like I said, on that one bush, but I was like, that's also gonna look kind of dumb if that's the only thing that's lit out there. But I don't know why my dad keeps insisting. He's like, if I put these icicle lights up, because there's a section that was out, so he spent and he was like, I know it's still working because there was a section in the middle. And he's like, I know it has to be working. So he spent like, after he put them up, which maybe was 2 days ago or something like that, I think yesterday or the day before that, he spent all day trying to, like, he unplugged every single bulb to figure out which one was out and then ended up fixing it. So we did end up getting those icicle lights up, and so my dad, I think, was just like, you know what, it took me forever to get this done, like, we're stinking gonna light these ones if we don't wind up, you know, having the other stuff up yet, which I think we're gonna try and finish all the outside stuff up this weekend. But I was like, it probably looks really dumb right now, like we just have like backyard lights on, you know, like the bistro lights or something like that, because it's coming from our backyard, because our garage is set so far back. It's back past our house, like a good like 5 to 10 feet or something like that, like at the end of our house. And so I was like, yeah, probably just looks like we have like, you know, our regular like backyard lights on or something like that. Not that they're specifically Christmas lights. So I have no clue how it looks from the street, but we wanted to go with all white this year. So that's why we had actually one set of the icicle lights already. We had to get another one, and then again too, we had a bunch of white lights, but we didn't have enough apparently to finish it. And there's still, again, we've got some other places to put stuff up and everything. And we're looking for the big bulbed icicle lights, or not icicle lights, but the big, like the fat bulbs to go on our big burning bush out in the front, to kind of like, I don't know, make it look a little bit different. But yeah, my dad said he couldn't find them, and I was like, and he said that he found some that he thinks would have worked, but they didn't have really enough at Target, and so he didn't want to like mix and match, because we've done that before in like with the colored lights. And sometimes too, if it just says colored lights, like you have to be really specific about what kind of lights that you mean, because like we thought we were getting the exact same kind, but they were 2 different brands. And one had more of a purple, I think I was telling you guys this last year. One had more of a purple and the other had pink, and so it looked really dumb because one was like clearly like looked more like neon sort of because of the purple in it. Like the lighting color was the same, but then the other one had pink in it, so it looked a little bit softer, and I thought it looked really dumb. And so yeah, that's why we have to be careful. I was like, why not just go with all white then? And since too the inside, our tree and all that kind of stuff, because you can see it through the big picture window, you know, our tree that's over there, and so you can see it through the picture window when we have the curtains open. Since it's not, we don't actually have the tree in the window, but since again, we can, you know, my dad said you can see it really well from the street, and it looks really pretty and all this stuff. And so it's like, oh, that's cool, but that way it'll actually match whatever we're doing outside, since it'll be white as well. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna, like I said, get in the shower, get to bed. I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.